Okay, so in the last video, I just started it up. I checked my lighting. So now what I want to do is I'm gonna go play with that prime mover some more. I'm gonna come down here to settings, go to our sound settings. We're gonna go to our main sound. I had switched to a 606 NA. You can see there's a galloping goose, a wake comb, which would be a dual engine, and a Fairbanks Morse. I use the, oops, I use the 608A in 252, so I don't have the same sounds. And I'll show you a trick that you can if you wanted to use the same sounds. We're going to stick with the 606 NA for right now. I come in here, I'm going to play with the reverb. I like my reverb. I like to listen to them echo a little bit. Now this is the pitch. You can hear it go flat. You can hear it go sharp. I prefer flatter side on that. Now remember I had mentioned that we had the swipe in the outdoor throttle set to 4. So if we set this to 4, every time I swipe, I'll increase a notch. We're gonna go to the horn here. So 1 second. We do have sleeping children above me. We're gonna turn this down. And then we'll go to our horn. So we're gonna come down here. So I actually have an air whistle on this guy. So we're gonna come down to the air whistle down here, way down here. So I have the Wabco 10, I have the Hancock 4700. I prefer the 4700. I'm going to set this volume a little higher, but you can tell that it does not need to be, that is not something you want super loud. You will take over an entire room very quickly. Canadian brass, I don't like that. So we're going to come down here, and it's nothing against Canada, I just don't like the Canadian brass sound. Set it. I'll play that Canadian brass sound so you can kind of hear what I was talking about. I don't care for it. I don't like it. Let's see. And then you can also, you have all these different options down here. So there's a colon. It's more of the gong sound. You have General Electric, you have Fairbanks Morse brass. I think I like that Baldwin medium brass. Wrong Baldwin. That's the Baldwin. There's 2 Baldwin 3s. So it kills me. We want medium brass. Okay. So there's my bell. My whistle is set. The air compressor, I just do engine driven on this guy because it's small. I also like the whooping one, the GE whooping. I'm gonna run with the engine driven on this guy. Couplers, I run linked pins. Popper valves. Keep that on. Oops. And then my generator. You can set it to HEP or steam. I just leave it on steam. And I don't have an alternate horn that we're going to use here. Okay. So I'm going to get my other sounds here. So my dynamic braking, my radiator, reverbs, alarm bells. Okay. So I'm going to enable my alarm. And then, oops. Come down here, got gas turbine, brakes, cab doors, we're good. E-brake, glad hand. Okay, I don't use passengers, so I don't have any passenger doors to slam. So I disable it and I turn it all the way down. Clickety-clack, oops. Clickety-clack, I don't mind. Sander valve, fuel loading, air conditioner. not in my era. So we just turn that off, set it to 0. Wrenches are fine. Oops. Wrenches are fine. Pneumatic oilers are fine. Toilet flush, not in my era. In my era, the toilet was the outside. Cab chatter, I don't like it, so we're going to turn it off. And again, these are really simple. Like there's no anything crazy going here. I haven't plugged in a CV. I'm literally just reading a list. So then we can go to other settings. So we can set up interlock. And then I always turn this off because I like to start my own engines. That way when I set them on the track, right, because the BPS, the battery management system that I use, uses track power to charge. I don't want them all to start and sit there and be idling the whole time. I could use the quiet mode timeout for that, but I just don't. I'm lazy. Oops, I already reached that. Okay, now, one of the cool things about soundtracks here is you can actually come in here and you can set an EQ. So I have the Soundtracks minis in there. And you can hear it kind of playing with the presets on the equalizer. And then you can fine tune it more if you want. I'm not going to mess with that. And then they have alternate sound mixes you can play with. And then you have your automatic sound controls. So you can enable the auto bell. You can auto brake squeal enable. All those pieces, you can set those points. I don't use them. Okay. Light settings. Headlight. It is a diesel light. So we'll leave it on that. LED. Oops. Blunami decided it was going to quit on me there. Wait for it to reload my CV list. Come down here. Light settings. Headlights. I changed it to LED, so it saved that. We're going to come to the backup light. I'll change this to an LED. Okay. And you can change it so that you have control, and you can also choose the phase. I don't have any other lights hooked up. Hyperlight flash rate, I don't use it. Okay. So then, speed settings, if you want, you can come in here and play with speed settings. You can do a 3-point table, 28-point. You can tune the back EMF. I'm not worried about that. And then we can do the CV settings here. Just come in here, my acceleration on this guy, we're going to make it 65, deceleration, make it 95, and these are just values that I've played with over time and I've gotten used to with other critters, so you can experiment with it. Some guys are really particular about that. It's totally up to you how you want to do it. We're going to keep scrolling down, but you can see each CV, instead of just being a number, is actually written out in here. So you have total viewing of everything. So we're going to set my independent brake rate to, so we want 128 or higher, so that it doesn't take forever to stop. Because if it's less than 120, then it adds the value in CV 3 and 4 that I just set. And I want to subtract that value, so we're going to go 170, and we're going to go 198. Okay, and then we have all that, and you can see I can keep going down here, and I can change all this stuff. I'm not worried about that right now. Okay. So then, that's all of our main settings. So if we go back here now, we can turn on the light. Headlight's on right now. I need to do some work on the lens there. I can check my reverse light. Everything's looking good. We could do the air whistle. So everything's looking good there. All right. So that's me setting this up. I'm going to do another one here where I do the DDE, which is the dynamic digital exhaust, which is a really cool feature. Other than that,